So I think I've probably wasted about 5 months of progress. I started Endmyopia, well, I found out about it on the 10th of May, and I got my first pair of differentials on the 18th of May. Those differentials at the time were -4 in the right eye and -3 in the left. Now, as my eyes improved a great deal after getting those differentials, I began to almost think they were normalized for some reason. So my starting point from May to October was -4 in the right and -3 in the left. It could only be reduced from that point. But I'd never once considered that perhaps my starting point should have been higher all along. And that's the revelation that I've got now. I think it's old news to anybody in the forum because I posted this, I think, like the 19th of October or something last year. But I've actually increased my prescription by a whole big deal, actually. I've gone up by 3/4 of a diopter. So I'm -4.75 in my right and -3.75 in my left. That's a big increase from what it was before, and I think that's really me putting the final nail in the coffin of reducing too quickly. I had always assumed that -4 and -3 was the starting point for whatever reason, just because that first pair of I wasn't thinking straight, basically. I didn't think about it properly. I think I was probably just too swept up in all of the, oh my god, and myopia sort of excitement that I forgot to think about, you know, shit, perhaps I can't see anything. I had to active focus a great deal to see things at distance with -4 and -3, and even then it was blurry. Although I could read text, it was blurry text, but I thought that was an improvement on not being able to read it at all, which made me think I was doing active focus properly and getting the stimulus, when in reality it was still, I had still reduced too quickly. It should have always been at this level, to be honest. You must remember that my pair of glasses before starting any of this, these babies, -5.75 and -4.25. So going down to -4, which is a 1.75 decrease, and 0.5 here, didn't really make sense. It was a bit of too much of a dramatic reduction. So where I stand now is a lot better. So I've been wearing these for about 2 months now, and I've been looking at the Snellen eye chart, and I can see the 20/20 line. I can definitely read it, and there's a bit of blur at the moment. Some days it's more, some days it's less. In the mornings and earlier in the day, typically I'll see it better than at nighttime. So there's definitely a process that happens when you go to sleep to make your eyes see better. But 20/20, yeah, I can read it, but I'm on the side of caution for now. I think I'll give it a bit more time before I'll actually reduce, because I don't want to go reduction crazy again. I've also been measuring my centimeters using Varakari's amazing vision logging tool. His tool is a lot better than the precision at which I'm actually measuring with. I think I measure probably too close to the screen. You're supposed to be like 60 centimeters away from it. But it's been fluctuating a lot, partially due to that, and also due to a lot of pseudomyopia, like a lot of screen time. I have been measuring it on and off though. But for now, I typically use the Snellen eye chart, and I feel like it's just more consistent to get results at a very large distance than to do it on a laptop screen. I have noticed my eyesight has made an improvement, and it's ever so small and gradual that it has to be legitimate, because it's taking it's very gradual. But looking at the eye chart, I can see the 20/20 line has become sharper over the past 2 weeks. But it's very slow. I'm hoping to reduce to 4.5 and 3.5 at some point, but not too quickly, because I've already made that mistake, and there's no actual benefit to reducing that quickly. I think it's probably better to be on the side of caution, if anything. But yes, real improvement. There's this one price tag at work, the infamous price tags, and I couldn't read it before, I'd say about 3-4 weeks ago, but now I can read it with a lot of blur, but I can read it. And it was getting crisper and clearer all the time. So I wouldn't chalk that up to blur adaptation, because I think these glasses are too strong for that now. So I'm very happy to be making actual long-term improvements. Very slow, but I feel like I am making improvements. In conclusion, my success will be governed by how much I avoid screens and go outside and get some distance vision. So that's it. I'm in the long haul. It's going to take a long time to improve my eyesight, but in the end, we should get 20/20 eyesight. Not this year though, maybe not next year either, but at some point it will happen. And that's the main thing. I'm loving Jake's podcast episodes with members of the community. He's got like all these great people who have made these improvements in the long term, and seeing real people talk about where they're at with this process, it sort of warms you up a bit and it makes you feel good. So I like that. I haven't seen all of them, but they're great. And finally, about the Discord server, I didn't know where that was going to go when it was made, but actually people still use it, so I think maybe it's worth something. I think you should check it out. The link is in the description. It was an experiment gone right. More people coming in would always make it better. We do have semi-infrequent discussion. Thank you for watching these videos, and if you're doing a myopia yourself, you should really grab a camera and make your own channel where you talk about your experiences yourself. I think more people need to talk about this, given how many people are making great improvements. This is like the huge media story that would sweep the entire planet that no one seems to know about at the moment. So be a part of that wave, make your own content on Endmyopia. It's really a big thing that more people need to know about. But other than that, thank you for watching these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.